And the umpire pings him. Didn't have a big chance, but I guess technically that was holding the ball. Maybe.
It's a hard one, Hutto, to judge. That one I thought he was harshly done by also.
I got a question for you, Lloydie. You're just out of football, out of playing. You're 3 goals down with less than 5 minutes to play. What should you be thinking?
Should be thinking that using the corridor and taking some risks, and I think they're looking to just chip the ball around. And you look at Geelong, they get it in the corridor and they make something happen most times, whereas I think the Eagles have played a little safe and have turned the ball over too many times in this last quarter.
And they just did it then too, as they were making their way forward. And Selwood's got it for Geelong, chips into the pocket.
Gee, that's
and
good.
If he can nail this goal, young Taylor Hunt in his first game, it'll be game over.
Cameron Mooney off, his night is done.
Bit of a masochist, Mark Thompson, leaving him out there, wasn't it? I guess the concern is whether there's any long-term issues for Mooney.
Taylor Hunt taken pick 49 in the 2008 draft from Beau Morris. Played for Sandringham in the under-18 competition. His first game of league football, kicked a fantastic goal in the second quarter, but he's missed there. It's the Cats by 17.
So here, Wolsey, you'd think that Shannon Hearn's just got to go for it.
Yeah, he's got to go long down the middle. 3 goals in about 4 minutes. That's the equation.
You see the huddle here, all the West Coast numbers. I reckon they've got to push it back as they are now. That's it. He's going for. They've got to get the tap on over the back.
Cats will be ready for it. Cox was the target. They nullified him effectively. Big Blake has to bend over, get the knees dirty. It falls the Eagles' way, so they are a bit of a chance. Swift, another wonderful smother from Wojcinski. He has had a terrific last quarter for pressure. Podsiadly a bit clumsy. Advantage paid. Dubious as to how much advantage it is, but McKenzie has the job now. Goes very short for Shepherd.
They've just got to play it on quickly.
And spreads it very wide.
This fella will.
Waters, he'll just go for broke. No, he adjusts the kick. McKinley up to meet it. So the Eagles. Kennedy is at centre half forward. Not going to go to his direction, at least not yet. There's a fumble. Just keeping it alive was Dalziel. Stevenson. Tired old kick to half forward. Lacroix trying to move it. Hunt. Enright bounces up. And they'll get away. And they've got numbers to the outer side. Bartel, though, flirts with danger going back down the middle. And it's an opportunity for Kennedy on the last line. But Enright's there to save the day. Over to Kelly. And then he can go wherever he chooses. He chooses to go to the big man, Blake. So the danger's not passed quite for Geelong. Now they should be okay with Chapman.
Disposal number 36 for Paul Chapman. Burns couldn't take them up. It plays on quickly. Handballs to Stokes. He kicks in the Varco direction. Spoilt by Selwood. Great run down by Varco. Magnificent stuff. Advantage paid. Here's some icing on the Cats' cake as Shannon Burns puts the game beyond doubt. Four goals to Shannon Burns, but he should give 5 of those 6 points to that man, Travis Varco.
Well, his tackling is sensational. He's so quick. And look at the size of him. Like, he's not a small man, Varco. He's strong. Premiership in his back pocket.
The 2 players, Wolsey, that were in this contest, which was, we see here.
These are the incidents tonight. Will these players be playing next week for Geelong? There's Enright, we saw Podsiadly, and we saw the injured Mooney and also Selwood.
I think both Enright and Podsiadly will have to answer cases through the week.
Kelly wills himself onto the footy. Geelong aren't done with yet. Podsiadly, he was tempted to just dish the handball off there, but he's only kicked 1 for the night, so being a smart forward, Lloydie, he should just go back and kick the goal and help himself to make it a double.
He would have been happy that they wrapped him up there, but James Kelly out of the centre clearance, and that puts defenders under pressure. And I was just saying earlier that how much the improvement of Varco and Shannon Burns has really improved Geelong, and now Also with Stokes coming back into the side, the small forwards get them over the line more often than not.
Some of their lesser-known players have really improved in this half-season, Lloydie. No doubt about that. It's making them a better side.
Adley sprays the kick.
So Ottens to come back in, Scarlett to come back in, Ling is another.
There's serious doubts over Rook and Corey at the moment.
How long's Corey off, Hutto?
Well, usually you ask Neil Baum, he says 2 weeks and ends up doing about 15. So
he's a great player.
There's real concern there at the moment.
And what about Max Rook?
Even when I think the same with Rook.
Yeah.
I think there's some concern about how long it'll be.
I guess the upside of that is that opportunity's been given to other players. Hogan's getting valuable experience. Young Hunt gets a game tonight. Dawson Simpson in the ruck.
Cats meet Essendon next week and then St Kilda. And Saints' fortunes starting to rise. That's after the break, so that'll be a big game in a couple of weeks.
So the Cats are going to get the points, but not before one hell of a fight. The Eagles have been terrific tonight, Rob. We don't want to be sound condescending here, but they've really did what John Worsfold said at the start of the game. Yeah, they produced what he asked. Yeah,
look, they've been really hard at the footy. They've got a couple of very good forwards. They've tried to play on quickly to get those forwards a chance to be one out with their opponents. The bottom line is that their kicking skills for AFL are woeful.
So Lonergan with the footy in his hands for Geelong. So Geelong prevails by 24 points. They had to earn it tonight. Paul Chapman put 3 votes for the Brownlow for Paul Chapman's name in round 11. 36 disposals. What a start.